Hi everyone. Very recently, a subscriber reached out to me and said, Anand, I am feeling a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety at work. So much that my BP went up. So the doctor advised me to take some rest. And now I'm thinking whether I should quit my job for a few days, take proper rest, and then search for another job. But because a lot of people on social media keep saying that the market is bad, I am not able to decide whether I should quit my job and take a rest and then come back because I'm not sure whether I'll be able to get another job soon or not. So can you help me make a decision? So this is a question from one of the subscriber, and a lot of people come with similar scenarios. Even if it is not the exact same scenario, they have more or less the same question in different form and shape. So I want to address all of this today in a logical manner, step by step. So the first thing which we should address is, how is the market today in 2026? Is it good or is it bad? So the straightforward answer to this question is, market is not generically good or generically bad for everyone. Let us understand that the demand and supply for different roles at different point in time varies. So if you are a senior professional, for example, let's say program manager or delivery manager, and you are applying for a job, you may find limited number of openings, which means that the demand might be less. So you may feel that I'm not getting enough interview calls, and you may say that the market is bad, versus somebody who is less than 10 years of experience and is in a hands-on role in the latest tech might actually get a lot of interview calls because the demand is high. So first of all, the social media chatter that you hear that the market is good or bad, don't get influenced by it. Don't make decisions based on what people are saying on social media or what your cousin or what your friend is saying. Rather, go and test the waters yourself. Go and try to give some interviews, apply for some jobs, and see what kind of response you get. Because for your skill, your expertise, and your experience, you may get a lot of calls versus somebody else who is in a different skill set or having different experience. So first of all, you will have to try it out, and for that you will need to have a resume which is aligned with the job descriptions that you want to target, and you will have to have a very optimized Naukri and LinkedIn profile, and aggressively you will have to apply, so that in 3 months time frame you are able to decide that yes, I'm getting calls, and whether I'm able to convert or not. And then you can tell yourself whether the market is good or bad for you. So that is the first part in the entire scenario. The second part is whether one should leave the job in hand without having an offer. So my straightforward answer is no. One should never leave their job in hand without having an offer. Because what happens is, once you quit, you have financial responsibility on your head. Your monthly expenses are still there. And once your salary stops, soon you will come under pressure. And then you may end up joining a role or an offer which comes to you first, and you may not wait for the best offer to come your way. Because of the financial pressure, this might happen. So the best way is to find another job while you still have one job in your hand. Now, people say that I don't have time to search for another job. My day is so busy. I don't have any energy left. If that is the case, outsource it to somebody else. Find an expert who can write a resume for you. Find somebody else who can help you apply for jobs. Find somebody who can create your LinkedIn profile or your Naukri profile. Outsource it. See, if you have a problem, you need to find out ways to fix that problem. You cannot sit on it. So, find a job while you are working actively on a job. Don't quit and then don't start to find. Worst case scenario is that you are so much pressurized by your company, or if your company is doing layoff, then you don't have any option. You have to quit. But in my view, you will not reach a point where you will have to resign by force. You will always see signals, right? We have talked about it in so many videos that bad appraisal ratings, feedback from the manager, company not doing good, your department not doing good, hiring freeze. There are so many signals you will see in your department which will tell you, or in your company, which will tell you that it is time for you to look outside. So my point is, always look for signals, always be prepared to give interviews in the market, always keep trying. You can either outsource it or you can do some additional work about job search on the weekends. Okay, so that is the second part. Now comes the third part about anxiety and stress at workplace. Now, when somebody tells me this, I tell them, boss, ask yourself a very basic question. What is the source of this stress or anxiety? Was it there earlier? Let's say if you are in your current project for the last 6 months and the stress and anxiety has started in the last 6 months, if it was not there before this project, then what were you doing earlier? So the source of stress or anxiety can be different. For example, in the new project, the client might be very aggressive, or your manager may be unrealistic and you might be working under unrealistic timelines, or your colleagues may not be supporting you, or you may be working on a technology on which you have not got enough training. There can be multiple reasons for your stress or anxiety. I'm just giving you some examples. So unless you ask this question to yourself, that what is the source of my stress or anxiety, why is it happening now, why was it not happening earlier, you will not be able to fix it. In order for you to fix your stress or anxiety problem, you will have to look at the source. Is it coming from my workplace, or it can also come from other sources, like it can be a family reason, it can be a financial responsibility. So please ask that question, double click on it and find out the root cause. That is the only way you will be able to take some action to fix it. Sitting on it by saying I have a lot of stress is not going to fix it. And finally, you will have to take some assistance from some medical practitioner. You will have to see your doctor or an expert who can help you with therapy, or who can help you navigate that scenario, or if required, they can prescribe the right medicines. So stress and anxiety, you should definitely not take it lightly. You should do everything in your control to fix that as soon as possible. Taking a career break is definitely an option, but you should do it mindfully. You should first check if there is an option to take leaves, either paid leaves or unpaid leaves. You can also check if there is an option to take a sabbatical or a time off. You can also check if it is possible for you to take the release from the current project and get deployed on another project if you think that that might fix the problem. Okay, so you have to think it with an open mind. Last but not the least, if you think that you have to quit your job to get rid of this and take a break, then do it by all means. But just don't do it without a plan. Think about your financial responsibilities and then do it. All right, that is in this video. I hope you found this practical and useful. Let me know what you think about it in comments, and don't forget to share it in your WhatsApp group if you liked it, and hit the like and the hype button. I'll see you in another video soon. Take care and bye for now.